Welcome. Today, we're going to approach AI a little differently. We're not just looking at software, we're going to treat these tools as candidates for a job at your firm. Our goal? To help you hire your first digital employee. If you're running a small practice, you know this feeling all too well. You're not just the lawyer, you're the one managing the office, fixing the printer, and handling the billing. It's a constant battle, trying to deliver big firm results on a small firm budget. And administrative work eats up the day. Well, that's exactly the promise of AI. So today, we're going to evaluate 5 of the top legal AI tools, but we're going to frame it like a series of job interviews. We'll look at what role each one can actually fill at your firm, so you can decide who's the right fit for your team. So here's our plan. We'll start with why this matters so much for small firms. Then, and this is crucial, we'll cover the ethical rules you absolutely have to know. After that, we'll interview our AI candidates for different jobs, and we'll wrap up with a straightforward way to help you make that first hire. Okay, let's just get right into it. For a small firm, AI really isn't a luxury anymore. It's becoming a competitive necessity. It's a way to level the playing field, right? It automates that routine, non-billable grind, which frees you up to focus on strategy and the client work that actually matters. But before we even glance at a single tool, we have to start with the most important part, your ethical duties. This is not some gray area. The rules of professional conduct apply, full stop, to how you use any AI. And the good news here is that bar associations aren't trying to stop progress. In fact, places like the Washington State Bar have put out really clear guidance. The message is consistent. Use these tools, but you have to do it responsibly. So here's the bottom line. You have to think of AI as a non-lawyer assistant. And just like any assistant, you have to supervise it. It really boils down to 3 core duties. Competence. You need to know what the tool actually does and what its limitations are. Confidentiality. You have to protect your client's data. And the big one, supervision. You are always 100% responsible for the final work product. The buck stops with you. All right, with those ethical rules as our foundation, let's meet our first job applicant. This AI is applying for the role of firm administrator, and his whole resume is about tackling those non-billable tasks that just drain your time. So our first candidate is from Clio, and it's built right into their practice management software. You can think of this as an assistant who on day one already knows your entire filing system. So what job does this candidate actually do? Well, it replaces the manual work an admin would do, like pulling deadlines from a scheduling order to create calendar events or summarizing a long email chain with a client. It's really best for firms that are already all in on the Clio ecosystem. And that's its major limitation. If your practice doesn't run on Clio, this candidate isn't for you. Okay, next up, we're going to interview a few candidates applying for a junior associate or law clerk position. Their main skills: legal research, and getting those first drafts on paper. First in this group is the AI assistant from LexisNexis. It's built right into their platform, and its main promise is to shrink hours of legal research down to just minutes. This tool specifically replaces the hours a young lawyer might spend just trying to find the right keywords and sifting through cases. It does that initial legwork. But you have to remember your duty of supervision. You must verify everything it gives you. The biggest drawback? It's usually a pricey add-on to an already expensive subscription. Our next candidate for the job is from Thomson Reuters. It's a very similar idea, an AI research tool that lives right inside the Westlaw platform you already know. The key thing to understand about this candidate is that it's a specialist. It is an expert legal researcher. It excels at finding that needle in a haystack case with incredible speed. But that's its job. It's not going to draft your client emails or manage your calendar. It's a pure researcher. Now, also from Thomson Reuters, our next candidate, CoCounsel, is a bit more of a generalist. It's designed to be a broader legal assistant. It integrates with Westlaw, sure, but it also takes on things like document review. You can think of this candidate as a bit more senior. It can take on a massive document dump in Discovery and pull out the key facts, a task that might take a human reviewer days to complete. So it replaces that expensive, time-sucking first pass of doc review. But its real power is unlocked when you pair it with a Westlaw subscription for the research side. All right, time for our final candidate. And this one? Well, this one is applying for a senior associate or even partner-level role. It specializes in complex, high-stakes analysis, and it was originally built for the biggest law firms on the planet. Harvey AI positions itself as the tool for the most complicated legal work you can think of, from sophisticated M&A due diligence all the way to multi-jurisdictional tax law. So, what does Harvey replace? Potentially, an entire team of junior lawyers on a big due diligence project. It's incredibly powerful. But for most small firms, its limitation is a complete deal breaker. The pricing isn't transparent, the setup is complex, and it's really designed for big enterprise clients with six-figure software budgets, not a two-lawyer shop. Okay, so we've interviewed all the candidates. They're all impressive in their own way. How in the world do you decide which one gets the job offer? It's really a simple three-step process. First, you have to be honest with yourself. Where are you losing the most time? Is it billing and scheduling? Then you need an admin. Is it research? You need a law clerk. Second, hire the candidate whose resume actually matches that job description. And third, and this is the golden rule, you are the supervising attorney. You have to review, edit, and ultimately approve every single thing it does. Think about that question for a second, because your answer, well, that's your starting point. That's the key to getting your time back, lowering your stress, and focusing on the work you actually went to law school to do.